Hey people, what's up? It's Jameel. And today, you know what? I figured out a lot of stuff today. Like I was sitting there, I was meditating, and I was walking this morning, and I was hanging out, and I saw this girl. Right, that's my fucking baby, man. And I saw her in the car, and the gang stalking program was using her, and they match her up. What happens is the gang stalking program will use the girl through her family against me, and it's like, I guess that's like the fucking bread and butter. I mean, I love the family. The mother, the father, the brother, the sister, the other brother. I think there's another sister out there somewhere. All of them got my heart. They've been watching me grow up for years. I got nothing against none of them. I'm over that. Anybody in my area I live next to, I don't carry a chip on my shoulder anymore. Whoever they are, I'm past that. I've grown too much as a person. I don't got that in me anymore. But I can see how the program's been fucking hustling. Like, I see how the program directly hustles me and her connection for each other through the family, going through the program. Now, when I first started, the first time they ever used a girl against me was last summer, and the only reason they were able to do that is because I was text messaging a friend of mine in California, and I said, man, I said, you know what? There's a girl down the street from me. She's very beautiful, and she seems to have a strong attraction to me. She introduced herself to me a couple years ago, about 3 years ago. But at that time, she was 17. She was younger, and so I didn't feel, it didn't seem like anything I would get caught up in. And I was 26 at the time, and the girl was 17. And what happened was the fucking gang stalking program heard me talking to the guy on the phone, or text messaging my friend in California. And so they go back, and they rig it up through the family to have the girl drive past me in a car with the guy and all this stuff. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know it. I didn't even know I was being gang stalked at the time. When it happened, I just thought, I'm just like, damn, okay, she hooked up with some guy. I'm like, fuck, well, a part of me was like, kind of like, damn, that could have been me. But another part of me was like, okay, that's cool. Good for her. That's who she wants to be with. And so I ended up like moving out of my life, right? Now, since the summertime, since that happened, I had went through all sorts of stuff with the program. This was last summer. I went through all sorts of stuff with the program. That happened in I think July, June maybe? June, July, I can't remember. But by September, I was just so fed up. I had so much stuff going on. I was so angry. I was so negative. For some reason, I had remembered that, and I had just went off about it. And I was talking about how I wanted their daughter to, this and that. I just said a bunch of stuff that I didn't truly mean. Like I said stuff about, I just really didn't mean it. It was just so much stuff going on. At the time, I didn't know it, but I was being hit. The gang stalking program was using technology on me. They got electronic equipment they can use on people to make them more aggravated than what they really are. And so they were able to affect me like that. And then with the girl, the gang stalking program had arranged that just because they heard me texting to somebody about her. And then today I realized that last night I was talking to my friend, and I was talking about the girl. I'm like, man, they can't. I was like, man, the girl, she just doesn't want to go along with the program. The gang stalking program is very interested in using her against me because they know me and her both have a true attraction for each other. You know what I mean? Like beyond attraction, man. Like that's just my fucking baby, man. It's like I don't, if anything was to happen to her, I'd be devastated, And the gang stalking program, they keep pairing her up with these different guys through the family to use her against me, and she just doesn't want to do it. Like today, when I first saw her earlier, she was in a white car with the guy, and when she saw me, her whole body turned red, not just her face, all her skin on her body turned red, and she just turned her head to the window, and you can tell she was like she did not want to be in the fucking car with the guy, and then she was just about to explode with fucking passion. I mean, I never seen somebody with that much energy surging through them. I was like, God damn, it was fucking sexy. I was like, damn, that's my fucking baby, boy. And then earlier today, the same car, they hook it up for the girl to ride past me in the car, and she just ducks completely down in the car. I couldn't even see her, but I knew it was the same car. I knew it was the same guy, and he's looking at me. She's supposed to be looking at me, and he's driving, but she won't fucking do it. And so he's looking at me, and I'm like, why are you looking at me? I don't fucking love you. I love the fucking girl, What the fuck are you looking at me for? And she just completely ducks down. She's like, she's being pressured in between her family and what she wants to do in her heart. And so she gets up to where I am. She's like, fuck that. She just ducks down, you know. And then she just doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want to be around me like that. She wants to be around me as me and her talking, you know, like, hey, you know, duh. Like, she has extremely strong attraction to me, and I have extremely strong attraction to her. And after every fucking thing I've gone through, man, like, none of these motherfuckers would fight for her like I fought for her. None of them would. I almost fucking, after everything, in the last year, everything I've been through, you know, fucking dying, damn near dying over some stuff about Jonestown and the CIA and getting set up to be killed. I was left for dead on Hollywood Boulevard by the most notorious secret societies in the world, and by the work of fucking God, I slipped out of that. Then I get put in the gang stalking program, and then I go through the fucking winter time, and then it's her. You know, it was because of her that I was able to, I thought of her that got me out of the fucking house. And then once I get out of the house, I see her, and I see how unhappy she is. Like, she was inside her backyard with a snowsuit with her family, and she was just looking at me like, you know, she just was not happy. And then I was able to look in her, a couple days after that, she looked at me, and I saw her eyes, and I can just tell that she just wanted, you know what I mean? Like, she just was not happy with everything that happened, and the girl was just like, you know, there was something there, but then the gang stalking program, and so I end up fucking sending the girl flowers. You know, I end up sending the girl flowers. I felt really bad. I'm like, ever since she was 17, that's all she wanted to do was reach out to me and communicate with me. But I was so closed off in the process, I wasn't able to do it. I had so much stuff going on. And so I ended up sending the girl flowers. I'm like, man, Jameel, this isn't right. She's hurt, you know? And so I send her flowers once, and then, you know, of course I don't hear anything back from her or the family. And I send her flowers again. And then her family, I knew the gang stalking program was a part of it because they send the fucking cops over to my house saying, they didn't say the girl got the flowers, don't send the flowers anymore. They said the girl doesn't live here anymore. And so I'm just like, okay, you know, the fucking gang stalking program. And then, you know, I go about my business, and then they use the girl again. You know, I end up leaving flowers for her outside my house twice. Once I did it, another time I did it with a sign telling her, you know, for Easter, just for her, man. I've never fucking sent a female flowers, excuse my language, before that. But this is 2016. What man would go through all that? To leave flowers outside of the sign and then yell to her at night? She's over at her parents' house, and I was yelling to her. You know, just because I couldn't send her flowers anymore, so I was leaving them out for her. Then I had no way of communicating with her, so I had to yell to her. I had to go outside and yell to her that I fucking loved her. And the gang stalking program, it just completely, you know, they just manipulate all the way, man, through the family. And, you know, I'm fighting for her fucking happiness, where she wants to be. She obviously wants something more than that. She obviously wants to be with me, or she wouldn't be going through all the stuff she's going through, all the way up until now. Even recently, I was in Phoenix. I come back from Phoenix, and I just completely forgot about it. She still doesn't want to do it. I didn't even speak up. She still is driving by with her fucking head down in the car with other guys, and you can just tell she doesn't want to do it. And at the same time, she has a deeply strong attraction to me. Both of us are highly fucking attracted to each other. And the gang stalking program, and if it wasn't her, the gang stalking program would be used. If I was talking to some other female somewhere, the gang stalking program would be trying to use that female through her family too. It's not about the girl. The gang stalking program doesn't give a fuck about the girl. They're just manipulating through the family to use her because they know I want her. But at the same time, to be fair, I don't know. There's probably a lot of, you know, even if there was no gang stalking program, I'm sure the father, he probably still, out of everything that happened, I'm sure he probably looks at me like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about this guy. You know, he's definitely transformed since we saw him in the winter, but I don't know if he has your best interest. And that's fine. I completely understand that. You know, after everything I've been through with her fucking family, you know, I mean, I don't have any negative feelings about them. I honestly don't. But the girl, though, man, that's my fucking baby right there, though, man. And I can't speak to her or nothing. And so all I got is I know she doesn't want to do what she's doing, but she's being pressured through her family through the gang stalking program. The gang stalking program did what they did. The gang stalking program last night heard me on the phone. See, the first time it was last summer when I was talking about it. That's how they knew to go to the family to use her, because I had texted somebody about. I was talking about her. He was talking about the girls where he is, and I started talking about her, and because I said, she had gotten older and all that stuff. Then last night, the gang stalking program heard me talking about her brother. I was telling my friend on the phone. I was saying, me and the brother, before the brother, when he saw me in the wintertime, he saw me acting, erratic and, when I was drunk and all that stuff outside. And then now things have changed. He views me different. You know what I mean? I love her brother, man. I don't got nothing against her brother. That's my dog. But the gang stalking program turns around and uses him and does all that. I mean, that's cool too. I would never change my view of him. If anybody ever tried to do anything to him, to hurt him, he knows I'd be there for him no matter what, man. That's my fucking dog. He's been doing this with me, just like his sister's been doing this with me, just like the father, the mother. All of them are okay by me. But where I'm coming from is their daughter, man. That's my fucking baby, man. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? The gang stalking program isn't strong enough to keep. She knows in her heart. She knows how I feel about her, and I know how she feels about me. And the gang stalking program is desperately trying to manipulate her family to keep us from being able to share whatever we have between each other. The gang stalking program is trying to use her family to use her to do it, and she just doesn't want to fucking do it. She just doesn't want to do it. It's obvious. And, none of those people in the car would do anything for her. None of those guys would do. They keep matching her with all these fucking different guys to do it. None of them would. If somebody walked up to one of them and bitch slapped them, they would probably run. They wouldn't do nothing. They wouldn't be able to. I'd fight off an elephant for her. One of those guys, you jap slap his ass, he'll probably break down and start crying or something. I'm the one. I've had to go through hell over that girl, man. They kept pulling up into the gang stalking program, had her using the family to use her, and I had to watch all that. And she would pull up, and she couldn't even look at me. She had to hold her head down, and I felt like I was fucking underwater, man. There's nothing I could do about it. Nothing I can do about it. And I knew she was unhappy, and she didn't want to do it. And, you know what I mean? We both cared for each other, but because of the fucking gang stalking program, so I just said, fuck it, went about my business. And then now, now with the girl, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking about you. But now with the girl, I just feel like, man, if I'm willing, if I sacrifice my fucking life over Jim Jones in Jonestown and some old fucking stuff that happened in Hollywood back in the 60s. Then I walk down the street. I'm walking down the street at fucking 3 in the morning on Honolulu with cars coming right at me and turning off at the light. I went through all that just to beat the fucking gang stalking program. And then she watched she was there observing the whole thing. That's my fucking baby. You're my fucking baby. And so I go through all this. And then even now today, the girl, she wants to be with me more than ever, and I want to be with her more than ever. But the gang stalking program is just there strongly within the family unit, just trying. It's like a fight, man. It's like a fight. She doesn't want to do it, but she does it a little bit because the family wants her to do it. And then she wants to be, she wants to be with me. And then, what the fuck, I mean, that's my fucking baby. I'm going the distance for her. I'm not gonna just I could tell, again, for like 3 or 4 weeks, she just didn't want to do it. And then I could tell about a week and a half ago, I could tell that she was upset about something through her body language. And I could tell that, but I'm just like, what the fuck? I can't do anything. Your family's not going for that. You know that. And so the girl, she kept seeming but we have no communication. We can't talk to each other. And so that's the fucked up part about it is we both have strong feelings for each other, but there's no dialogue. There's no communication. She doesn't want to do what they're asking her to do. And we both want to be with each other, but there's something there keeping it. It's the family with the gang stalking program and all this stuff. And it's just, you know, I don't know, but I know if I went through everything, you know, that's my fucking baby, man. I went through everything I've been going through here for several years, and then I went through all this, and then me and her went through all this stuff within the gang stalking program, and, you know, before I left for Phoenix, they used her. You remember that? I'm talking to her. You remember that when that taxi cab pulled up? I was in the car with the taxi cab driver, and the taxi cab driver, she was pulling up next to me, next to the taxi cab. Now I'm on my way to Phoenix. I'm about to go to the fucking bus station. And she pulls up next to the taxi cab. And the taxi cab, I didn't even say anything. The taxi cab driver just looked at her and said, and it was like, damn, that's what I want, something like that. A big fat dude was driving the cab. And so he pulled, the taxi driver speeds up, and then she just fucking takes off. She just, you remember that? She just takes off. And so I'm just like, damn. And so then I end up leaving. I end up going to the Greyhound and getting on a bus in the gang stalking program. Had her waiting right there at the fucking road of Old Grand Haven Road by the highway when I'm going, just to say, look, here she is, blah, blah, blah. Then when I come back, the gang stalking program, as soon as I come back to Michigan, the first thing they want to do is use her against me. And so, you know, I mean, if the gang stalking program is real tough and bad like that, what I'm saying is they're using her family to use her. They're not using the gang stalking. They got these punk motherfuckers out driving around with her, and she does not want to be in the car with them. She doesn't want to be doing any. You can tell. They're even the guys who are doing it are. They know she doesn't want to fucking do it. They're just sitting there like, what the fuck? She don't want to do it. And I'm just like, yeah, of course, that's my fucking baby, man. Of course she doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and so they're all making money off of her. Me and her want to be with each other, and the gang stalking program is manipulating that through the family, and then all these motherfuckers are hustling cash on the side off it. And it's just like, what type of fucking life is that? It's like, but then I started to think, like last night, I was thinking, well, I was talking to my dog, man, and I was thinking, I was just like, you know, man, maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. Maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut last week and not said anything about it. But I'm just thinking I know that's what she wanted. She wanted me, you know, I can read her real good, man. We just got a deep fucking connection. We have no dialogue, no conversation, but we just have a deep fucking connection. And I can just, everything on her, like the way she looks, the way she moves, I can just read her like a book. And I'm like, this is some sort of theme that we're playing out. That's what it is. This is some sort of fucking theme. You know, there's some sort of theme we're playing out. And so, you know, like when I first met the girl, she introduced herself to me, and we had been talking. You know, we talked a little bit, but I was somewhere else in my mind. I was more focused on all this research, and I was really different. I was closed off. And then even after that, I remember not last summer, but the summer before that, I think I saw her walking down the street. And she came walking down the street because she saw me walking, so she came out, and I had moved to the other side of the street. This was down, I think it was her. I don't know. But me and this girl have been going back and forth like this, and it just gotten so intense. It's just like she doesn't want to fucking do what they want her to do, and she wants to be with me, but at the same time, the program is manipulating the family. And it's like, none of that bothers me. If they want to manipulate her little brother to not look at me and act like there's something wrong, that's fine. I still love him no matter what. That's my fucking dog, man. If they want to manipulate whoever else, the sister or whatever, I don't care. You know, she's still cool with me. Nobody ever fucking, you know, do anything to her. The little brother, too, he's all right with me no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. The same thing with the father. You know what I mean? That's my man. You know, I'm not... After everything that's happened since the wintertime, I'm not going to allow the gang stalking program to change my view of their family. I'm not going to do it. No matter what they do with the gang stalking program, that's their fucking business. But I'm not going to allow the gang stalking program to change my view of their family And you know, on the contrary, I say that's my fucking baby, man. There's no other female out there that I went through all I went through. I went through everything for her, man. And nobody else in their right fucking mind would go through. Nobody. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but nobody else, no other man out there would be willing to go through all that fucking stuff for a woman. Most men would be like, well, it won't work out. I'm just gonna move on. I saw her sad. You know, before when she saw me the last couple weeks, she was happy. And then I see her fucking sad. I can't do it. I can't see her sad. I just can't do it. We're too deeply connected. I can't allow myself to see her unhappy. It just doesn't. It's just something about her. Any other female, I don't want to see anybody look unhappy, but I can't do this. That's what happened in the wintertime. She looked unhappy. And when I see her and she doesn't look happy, it just something deep within me. Just I don't know what it is. Just something deep within me, and I can't do it. And the same thing with her. There's something deep within her. You know, but it's more a lot of it's come to the surface. Whatever it is between us is really coming to the surface right now. And I was trying to ignore it. When I was coming back from Phoenix, I was trying to ignore it, but it's really coming to the surface, man. It's like. It is like that fucking Thriller in Manila fight. It is that. It is that. That's my fucking baby. I'm going the distance for her. You know. I'll fight off 4 or 5 people for her. For you. You know. That's the only way I can say it. You know. And so the family, they got all kinds of stuff. They rig all kinds of stuff up. They rig all kinds of stuff up. A lot of stuff I don't understand it. That the gang stalking program tries to use against me. There's a lot of stuff, but I just look at it like that, you know, she wants to be with me more so than anybody else. If she didn't, then it would be obvious. Then she wouldn't feel so damn uncomfortable doing what she does, and then at the same time have so much attraction and excitement towards me. So it's just a motherfucking throwdown, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I fucking love their daughter, and that's just how it is. You know, I love your daughter, and that's just how it is. I'm not gonna allow, you know, if she doesn't want to, you know, that ultimately is gonna as her whatever happens. You know, it's gonna end up being her decision. But she's been demonstrating to me, you know, your daughter demonstrated to me and showed me that. She's deeply connected to me, and there's something that she wants. She wants something here with me, and I don't, you know, what the fuck am I supposed? What am I supposed to do? Sell her out? I wanted to bring. I don't know. And the funny thing, like they had her come on the porch. A few weeks ago, like a month ago, and she just looked like all the life was sucked out of her. She didn't even look human. I mean, she's very beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but you know, she just didn't look. She just looked like there was no life in her. Like that was like the most horriblest. Like I've never seen anybody look like that before. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. But I mean, this gang stalking program is fucking cool, isn't it? It's a beast, but I can tell one thing though. A lot of the other females, there's a lot of other females that look at me different. I've seen that a few times. They're just like, damn, this motherfucker was outside yelling to her that he loved her and left a sign out there for her and then left flowers out there for her and sent her flowers. And, you know, went through all fucking, like, god damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, females look at it. I noticed that must be some sort of statement. Like, I didn't look at it like, you know, I just looked at it like, man, that's my fucking baby. I'd go through that, you know, 100 times over for her, you know, no matter what. But after it circulated, what had happened, people just look at me different now. A lot of the females just look at me like, damn, you know? But, you know, I mean, she's more important to me than the fucking gang stalking. Like, it'd be easy for me to just say, you know, man, fuck her. I tried to make everything work and all that stuff, and you know, her family has more of a say so in it, so I'm just gonna move out of my business. It'd be easy for me to say something like that, but I just can't do it. I can't. If whatever they want her to do, she just can't do it for some reason. And it's just like, if she can't do it, I can't do it, you know? Like, we're both like... And so, you know, that's my fucking baby, man. I'm going that distance for her. You know, she knows... in her heart, she knows there's love here for her. You know what I mean? You know that if you're watching this. So, you know, whatever's going on within the gang stalking program, and whatever the gang stalking program is doing through her family with her or whatever like that, you know what I mean? She knows there's something within her that knows that it's more important for me and her to be together than to go through all that, but they're just motherfucking forcing her to do it. And then there's a lot of motherfuckers sitting around there, like, you know, I'm not talking about her family, don't get me wrong. If her mother or father are watching this, I'm a changed person. I'm not like that anymore. I don't disrespect people. I don't live my life like that. No matter what happens, I don't have anything against anybody. I truly mean that. But I'm looking at it like, a lot of the gang stalk people are eating off the situation. People are looking at it like that's their bread and butter, that they can use her, especially since I talked her back up. I wasn't going to talk her back up. But the only reason I talked her back up is just because I saw that that's what she wanted. I saw that she wanted to be with me. And so, you know, I mean, that's my fucking baby, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.